Hey Virgo, welcome. What I'd like to do for you now is a 3-card spread. Recent past, current situation, and moving forward, with a couple of clarifiers, and finally, an oracle card. So what I feel like in the recent past has happened is there's like some kind of hang-up, some kind of sense of rejection, or it's almost like a bit of low-level depression. It's like I feel like you're kind of stuck in neutral. There's like this feedback loop of I feel like you're not feeling inspired, you're not feeling motivated, you're not feeling particularly emotional about anything. It's like I think you're going day to day, just kind of doing not necessarily the bare minimum, but you're not feeling particularly inspired to do more. And, you could just be sort of conserving energy. Like there's a sense of it kind of being an out of body experience where you're going through the motions of life, but there's just not really an engagement. And I don't know if it's because you've gone through something really hard or you're just kind of bored. It's like this sense of not taking action to do anything proactive to change your situation. And in the present, there seems to be a real profound shift of that energetic state. But the Four of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, it's like something is changing to sort of bring more joy, some I guess like maybe excitement. It feels like it's very family oriented, like maybe there's a reunion or a wedding or some kind of social event that makes you feel kind of reinvigorated or inspired. And moving forward, it's the Justice card with the Knight of Pentacles. And this is very big energy in the present and in the future, but it's very slow moving. Like it's not this profound shock or shakeup or something just flies in and excites you or makes you feel inspired. It's very slow moving, but it does feel very balanced and profound. And what I would say is if you're still stuck in this sort of negative mindset, not necessarily negative, but just kind of more, I don't know, it's almost like detached. I kind of maybe unimpressed, maybe you're kind of like over something. And that can happen a lot when you go through a phase of grief. It's kind of like to reestablish a sense of normalcy. Sometimes you kind of do have to feel nothing for a period of time. What I would recommend is as these events start to unfold for you, try to be more present and not necessarily you don't have to be inspired, but I just would recommend being engaged and try to get the experience of joy out of these movements towards a much more expansive experience and be patient in that process, because I think that you're going to have to sort of take one step at a time to dig yourself out of this place of stagnancy, or stagnation, I should say. Let me pull some more clarifiers, though. Yeah, I feel like there is this, it's almost like purgatory. You've been in a state of waiting and just neutrality for a really long time. And it almost takes with the Three of Wands, it's like this kind of going with the flow or kind of observing from the outside sometimes to me. And in the present energy with the Emperor, there's almost like this need to take control, get control back into the seat of power. It's almost like you need to have autonomy over your own life. And to be able to harness this shift, of energy and this potential joy coming in back into your life, it's like you need to be present. You need to be strong and in command of your self, your body, your soul. It's like there's just something that needs to be reignited from the gut level to come back into your own power. And with the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles with the Justice card, this isn't like this Wheel of Fortune, this change of fortune, this just change of the energetic, it's a lucky card, but I feel like you're moving from stagnation into something with a little bit more movement. It's not a quick fix. It's a put your time in sort of thing. I feel like you're coming out of a period that was maybe sort of hazy or foggy or directionless or just sort of humdrum, and with an effort to harness the changing tides, and then reinvesting that energy into something day in and day out. It's almost like you pull yourself out of that stagnation one step at a time. It's almost like you've got to really be strong during this time to pull yourself out of, like, let's say this is like kind of a swampy energy, and maybe you're kind of trapped in the quagmire and the quicksand, and it's like you need a really, really strong, forceful upper body to start to like get on shore and grab whatever you can around you, or any kind of branch or plant that's in the ground that's strong and has a good root system, and you leverage yourself out of that. And then, one pull, one arm, every little muscular movement will realign you, will get you out of that muck and realign you with what you need to be doing, or what you need to be seeing, or what you need to be investing your time in. This isn't, I'm doing these readings as like current energy. Like these are vignettes into time, and I think you're in the muck right now, and this is the advice to get you to pull yourself out of it and start to slowly find a new direction. So let me pull an oracle card. The Walker, the unknown, a journey. Yeah, that's interesting because, yeah, like I'm saying, there's not necessarily this clear direction, this directive to divine, prosperity or some kind of like definitive path. It's like you got to start to just take one step at a time and recalibrate as you go. It's like this is a very stuck sort of energy, and there's no quick fix to that. Especially if you've been going through it or grieving or processing something, and you're just kind of now getting your head above water. It's like now you're going to have to take the next step to get to the next level, which is very daunting. It's very taxing, but it's also just necessary to get you back into the flow of the universe. And then you don't know what could happen at that point. I think you've gotten to a stable situation. It's maybe kind of boring and unexciting, but it's stable enough to where now things can start to flow in a direction that's more exciting. But you got to take those first steps. You got to get yourself out of this, this swamp in the meantime. But that's what I got for you. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again. Take care.